force some turnovers today, that would be fantastic, as Newsome does the very first play. How about a pick six to get us started? Single back set, Burrow still looking to throw. St. Juice gets another. Instead, as Mixon has a lane, and he is in. To here, let's bring a little bit of a blitz, and it's a third pick. It's gonna be a second pick six. Cash is up helping us out. He's got space to the outside, and he will find the pylon. Find a decent replacement at some point as Granson, as it's looking for Faust, and yeah, not a smart choice. A little bit of some play action, and there we go. St. Juice gets his second eventually. Look for Bateman downfield at the back of the end zone. Hand side as they will swing it out, as they got a bunch to that right hand side. Pressure sent, but they find Jamar yet. As they look down the field by the diving defender. As the snap back, hold down kick is up, and we will walk away with the win against the Bengals. We do put 40 on them. And coming off a game that was such a high-flying affair, a lot of things happening on both sides. Today, we're going to need all the good with very little of the bad, as the Minnesota Vikings are 12-3. They have a top 5 defense in all categories, and their offense is not too far behind. On top of that, this is also an integral game to help solidify or make more drama for the playoffs. Vikings currently the 1 seed, though the same record as the Cowboys, who we have beat this year. The Falcons, if they lose, we win. We retake top of the NFC South, moving above them. We currently are slated to make the playoffs already, but the number 1 seed, the bye, is still in play. And to round it all off, we're going to be playing a little bit light on the offense and defensive line, missing 2 of our starters for the O-line and 1 of our starters for the D-line. Meanwhile, the Vikings, they are 100% healthy. They are led by second-year quarterback Keith Nichols. At running back, they have a fantastic 3 group here. Receivers, obviously, Justin Jefferson no longer a part of them. He joined the Cardinals. Jordan Addison is the guy here, still with a pretty solid group. And obviously, can't look past TJ Hawkinson at tight end. Getting to the trenches, the Vikings have built up actually a really good offensive line. As for the defensive line, it starts with a young guy in Minor, 84, Leonard Williams joining them, as well as Harrison Phillips, who's developed pretty well. They also have a rookie in Landon Woodson to watch out for. Linebackers, well, coming off the edge, you got Hunter on one side, opposite side, a second-year guy in Amos, but they also might still see a little bit of DJ Wanham. Off-ball backers, Pratt is their main guy, though they also have Ivan Pace Jr., the UDFA, who's just been fantastic, plus Mike McFadden. It's a great group. Into the secondary, really well-rounded. Just across the board, a lot of young development has happened while adding some veterans. So in a game that means a whole lot for the playoffs, it's time to jump in Week 17. Underway as Ford boots us off. They got Rodgers Sr. back to return, and he will take the knee. Vikings starting at the 25 as one of the best offenses in the league heads on out. They are a top 10 rushing team, just outside of top 10 passing. They've got guys everywhere that our defense is going to have to step up and make plays, as Montgomery picks up 13 play 1, attacking the middle of the defensive line. And it's that group that we're really going to need to see step up today. Grover Stewart and Jerome Sweat will be the main 2 when it comes to any base packages, as it's thrown, and not a fun day there for Vikings number 4. Newsome knocks it away. Hodgins applies the hit, and they'll change it up following. Empty set as we get a little bit of pressure late. They get it to Montgomery, who slips the first. St. Juice takes the knees. First down, crossing midfield. Now, according to the scouting report, this is a offense that doesn't take a lot of deep shots. You're going to see a lot of running on earlier downs with some underneath passing as we nearly get the pick to St. Juiced. He had 2 of the team's 4 interceptions last week against Joe Burrow, more than doubling his interception total on the season. Would love to see more of that today. As pass rush arrives, it is Cash coming on the corner slot blitz. We're gonna need a whole lot more of that and from just about everyone in this game. 3rd and long, sitting back on the other side of midfield as they try to set up this screen. We eat it up. That should be a punt forced from the defense. Now, as for the Vikings defense, as our offense heads on out, they are known to blitz early and often, very similar to ourselves. So we'll be looking for some quick pass games, get some runs involved as Chuba Hubbard takes a halfback screen. Another late bump with no flag. That's kind of become an ongoing trend here late in the season. The refs just letting a lot of sloppy play continue. As we go the halfback screen, Chuba Hubbard trying to follow his blocks, and it just slows down the play. Gain of 4, though, on first is not bad. Now, we will definitely be continuing the trend of rotating the running backs. Barry has done phenomenal this season, so we'll look to get him some carries as he picks up 2 on 2nd down. And that's essentially his formation. We change it up here, 3rd and 4. Hubbard back out as we go to shotgun. Once again, looking just for some underneath routes. We got our tight end wide open. There goes Thomas heading up the sideline to the 40 before he gets shoved out by Bell. Now, while we are first and foremost trying to beat the pressure here for the Vikings defense, occasionally we will still look for that deep ball shot, though the ball pops out as Daniil Hunter forced the fumble. Harrison Phillips jumps on it. And that one you could give up to Wiley, having to step in over at that right tackle spot thanks to Jedrick Wills Jr.'s injury. That's a mouthful. 1st and 10, Vikings downfield. It's going to come right back. Newsome gets the pick, not going to get by Addison, but a pair of turnovers go back to back. And really, all it ends up doing is just moving us further back the field. Offense out once again at the 37, try to follow some blocks. Chuba Hubbard will pick up 2. Now, turnovers continually are just a problem with Young. He's not the cleanest guy. We'll force some things for sure, as that is gonna be another pick. Walker Little also injured on the play, so double the bad. Though honestly, it should have been a better attempt there from Bateman. Pulled up too soon for what looked to be a back shoulder throw despite getting by the defender. Either way, Vikings quarterback Nichols here looking to scramble. He will pick up 5. And overall, just a fairly sloppy start to this game. Hopefully both sides clean it up and we see a little bit more competition. 2nd and 5, they go with the stick concept, and it's Addison's first catch. 1st down to the 41. Now, we at least do have some good news on Walker Little's injury. It is minor. He will be back. But right now, defense has to make the plays as they find T.J. Hawkinson. And now the rookie in K.C. Palmer shaken up. He's having to step in as a rusher, but now he's having to leave the field. So that's really going to limit our ability at interior pass rusher. Jerome Sweat's going to have to step in, primarily a run stopper as he's out on this play, as they go right after him, picking up a gain of 6 to Montgomery. So far, it's a pretty steady drive here from the Vikings as they come out with a heavy look to follow, though they're going to shake it up a little bit, flip the formation, send the 2 receivers to the right-hand side, look for a play action, try to get some guys down the field, or instead Nichols looking to scramble as he's not going to get by Stockton, but does make it goal to go at the 4. And that's just another element this defense is going to have to stay on top of as they go with a run. Great stop from Owe. Just having to remember our scouting report, and they followed it very much there. 1st down, they ran with it. 2nd and goal, they start to get a little bit 50-50, but they do go back to Montgomery. Cash and Edwards get the stop. And Edwards has really shown great promise in helping stop the run. He's going to stay at strong safety for sure. Moving into the future as Newsome tried to jump the route instead. KJ Osborne gets the touchdown. That's now 2 plays where our guy has pulled up a little bit early, and it's cost us. But we've got plenty of time left in this game. We just need our offense to respond. As we got our guy downfield, Chenault at the sideline, toe drag up to the 45. And against this Vikings team, we need as many good plays like that, chunk plays as we could get. Again, top 5 defense in all categories. Chuba Hubbard shakes one, though not going to get away from, I believe that was Pratt. As we have another injury, it's Chenault Jr. He's going to head to the sidelines, maybe a shoulder injury. And after a pretty bullish first quarter that saw a lot of our guys drop, we'll at least catch a breather coming out to start the second quarter, 2nd and 1. Going back to Chuba Hubbard, he does not get the block from Thomas. We needed the double to the second level. We did not get it. So with that, we'll bring out the heavy package, Winters and Barry. As they bring the blitz, Ivan Pace tried to blow it up, but you can't slow down Barry. He is too good in those short down and distances. And to just build upon that great play, Laviska Shenault back out there. It's just a minor injury. He should be good to go, hopefully. Late to develop the halfback screen here. Chuba Hubbard, though, finds some space. Walker Little picks up 2 blocks. Nice. His play later on as the season has progressed hasn't always been the most consistent, but if he could pick it up here late, that would be great. We switch to the stick concept here as we're going to get Faust downfield, looking for a back shoulder throw as he can't bring it down. However, there is a flag downfield, and it's going to be DPI. And if you can't catch the ball, might as well get some yards some way. Faust does there, as we're going to look for him to block here on 1st and goal. Winters moving out looking for the stretch, and Barry will just rush to the edge. A clean blocking play there. Barry and the Panthers offense level this game back up. And as expected, this is a good battle so far. Vikings and Panthers at 7. As we come out here on defense now, going to the outside, Addison does get the toe drag. That catch looked oddly similar to his first catch in his rookie preseason that did not actually count as a catch, even though Booth Review clearly showed the feet were down, as Edwards collapsed on that, but somehow, while catching it, Hawkinson just boxed him out. A very veteran play there by one of the NFL's top remaining tight ends. A spread look here on 1st and 10 as they go with the curl and a diving swat from St. Jude's. Very much, again, matching that scouting report. If you guys don't check your scouting report, definitely check it. Curl and inside runs. They run a lot on 1st down. As they go back to the curl here, it's a sack from Jerome Sweat. Not only is he having to step in as a rush DT today, but having to step in as that pass rusher. Again, all due to injuries, but we give up the 3rd and long, the deep end to Osborne. And I find it rather interesting that they kept around Osborne, but not kept around JJ. As they pick up the blitz, they go TJ, who gets the catch, gain of 7. It's going to be a pretty big day for Edwards in man coverage. Mostly going to be lined up on Hawkinson today. We need his best as we get Hodgins' best, TFL out Montgomery. And this was really the year he needed. I thought Hartwell was going to come in and take over as that primary second linebacker. But it has been Hodgins as he applies the hit. Just held on to by Samuel. With the coverage called, couldn't have asked much more there from Hodgins. Did about as much as he could. 1st and 10 to the 33. It's an I form, though. They look to throw to the outside to TJ. Taking out the legs. Gain of 5. And with all this underneath play we're seeing, we might need to make some adjustments. 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Going to the flat. That time Shepard there on the quick stop. Gain of 1. But the 2-minute warning would hit there, giving both sides a little bit of a breather, a chance to come up with what to do here on 3rd, as it's Jerome Sweat stepping up today, gets the TFL, will force a field goal attempt with under 2 minutes left. That's an absolutely clutch play from the DT. Now, will they be able to hit this one? Lined up right down the middle, Vikings retake their lead. However, They leave our offense with 1:48, still 2 timeouts to try to match or take the lead before halftime. We've been a phenomenal team. Inside 2 minutes, though, the pass rush will force a throwaway on first down. And it's really that right side of the line that has been the issue today. Danielle Hunter off the edge. He is a great defensive lineman. As we got to find somewhere to go here. Try to get this one down to Chuba. He'll get the catch, a gain of 4. Not quite the big plays you need in a 2-minute offense, but at least we get something there, leaving us with 3rd and 6. We've got 2 spread either side. As Young just looks to step up here, he needed a block from Bateman. We do not get it. 4th and 1 at the 41. And the offense will stay on out. A risky play here. If it works, great. If it doesn't, gonna need the defense to step up. As they hand it off, it's Chuba down the middle. He will pick up the first down as the offense will get back to the line quickly. Have Chenault to the left, Faust to the right, both going deep. 2 high safeties. Maybe we'll open things up across the middle, though, through the hands of Hubbard. Pratt has done a great job across the middle. Ivan Pace has gotten involved a little bit as well. Spread empty. Get a major block on the outside from Aquanu. That's going to be a first down at least from Chuba Hubbard, getting us to field goal range. And we've done all of that without calling a single timeout, still over a minute left. 3 receivers to the right-hand side, including Boston. Bateman to the left. Single high safety. We've got our tight end in Boston, who's going to get us down to the 20, though not much further. Offense will hustle up back to the line. As defense will change their look, drop both the safeties back. Trying to set up the halfback screen. We get it out in time. We have some blockers. Try to utilize them. Not all too well. We'll call our 2nd timeout there. And with some time remaining here, let's kind of come up with our own play design. It looks like it might be man. If we could make sure that the corner all the way on the outside steps down, we might have Chenault towards that back pylon. Or the safety will move over, leaving Boston open, and he will score. Taking the lead right before halftime, the rookie continues a phenomenal season. And that will conclude a great first half battle between 2 of the several top teams left here in the NFC. Vikings currently down to us 14-10 as we hit halftime. Let's take a look around the league. As for the Vikings, for their division, 21-10, Lions up on the Bears. It has not been a good year for them. 1-14, though they could find maybe some late season wins. As for one of their other opponents in division, it's the Packers, currently down to the Seahawks. 10-0 Packers, also not having a very good season. Seahawks, they have pulled above 500. And to round out here in neither of our divisions, it is Eagles up 14-7 on the Commanders. Opposite records for these teams. Eagles looking like they're headed back to the playoffs. And that is the same for both our teams here, but where that could be heavily decided in this second half as we start off with possession. Trying to get Chuba Hubbard going early in this second half, a gain of 5. Danielle Hunter applies the hit. And it was a pretty good one at that. 2nd and 5, got 3 to the left-hand side, Boston on the right side of the line. Looking for one of our deeper shots, having to roll out. If we could find the edge, maybe we get a yard, and it will just be that yard for Young. But on 3rd and 4, we're going to need a little bit more than just 1. As we have a couple different options, most of them short. Got Boston going a little bit deeper as we have to roll out. We got Chuba, though he can't squeeze it. Through his hands, backed up here. We'll probably need to punt. And maybe next time Young needs to take a little bit off of that throw. Didn't need to be so hard, but defense, let's continue off of what was a pretty good end. Great job there from Newsome, ripping it out of the hands of KJ. If we could force a couple more mistakes here on the Viking side, that would be great. Turnovers, always great. Sacks, also great. As instead, it's wide open. Samuel slipping the defender, getting him up to the 45. That one just a pure coverage beater. Sitting in 2, and, well, they go to the outside. Looking to go with a run here. Montgomery tried to find the slip back lane. Will be a gain of 5. Could have been a lot worse. So this is a very fun to watch Vikings team. And as a Vikings fan, I'm here for it. As they throw to TJ, he takes a pop shot from a lot smaller corner. And that's where size advantage is also sometimes on the shorter side. Hawkinson did not see Cash. He makes the play. 3rd and 5. They go to Addison, but that throw was just beautiful by Nichols. It required near perfect touch, and it was just about perfect touch. 1st and 10, they move down to the 30. Fake the jet sweep, and we are sitting there, though not getting the TFL. They'll get back to the line. And honestly, overall, that kind of seems like a win-win for both parties. 2nd and 10, still sitting at the 30. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They look to go with the run. Montgomery! Cash is out for everyone today. Already has picked up a sack, applied several big hits, and on 3rd down here, we're going to need to check the play we were running. We're going to send Cash on the blitz. That would not have worked as we give it up again on 3rd down. Luckily not into the end zone, but Osborne down to the 2. And honestly, you could probably credit that one to just the delay in switching up the formation. 1st and 10. Vikings have a bunch to the left-hand side. They look to go to maybe KJ. Honestly, it might have even been Addison. Either way, it ends up being Shepard making the play. Leaving 2nd and goal. It's a goal line set. We get a good push to start. They get a good push to finish, but not finishing the drive yet. Defense will stand tall. Bringing up 3rd and goal, a yard away from the end zone. As it's immediate pressure from McCullough. Fought through Montgomery, did about as much as he could, but it will be a TFL. But the Vikings would not be satisfied with a field goal. Looking for the touchdown still. Nichols rolling and finding the end zone. He honestly had 2 options out there. Tuck and run as he did, or dump it to the flat. Either way, it was looking like a touchdown. And that kind of play just goes to show that both sides know that 1st round bye is on the line here today. Offense back out, we look for a little bit of an RPO as Chuba, great juke, didn't need the spin, but hey, we'll take it, gain of 8. Needing to make sure we put together a good offensive drive here. We could take up some time as well. Trying to get to the outside, Chuba stretches it as much as he could to set up blocks, but they did not show. Instead, it'll end up being a loss of 2 and a 3rd and 4. Once again, with some short route options. We got Boston to the outside. That's a catch, a 1st down, and up out of bounds at the 42. A pretty good day so far from Young. 10 of 14. Look for that to continue as we're trying to get the halfback screen out to Barry, but it's a great play from Williams. Clearly tried to switch it up on them, get them to expect the play down the middle. Instead, they just read the play very well. Chuba Hubbard to the outside. He's sitting wide open. That's going to be a 1st down as Andrew Wiley shaken up, already having to step in due to injury, and looks like he's headed to the locker room. Well, that is really testing our depth here along the O-line. Daniil Hunter already has had a big impact, now facing a lot of depth. Coming across, though, try to get this out to Chenault, who spins by the corner to get the catch, getting us down inside the red zone. A heck of an adjustment. And we're definitely going to need that kind of play to finish off. Update quickly coming in for Wiley, and it's not good. He's out. So Sheldon is going to have to finish today as we go right after the blitz, and Boston is in for his 2nd touchdown on the day. Hey, we caught them blitzing. Perfect play drawn up. That's what we need. And with that, the lead changes continue. We're back on top. 21-17. Vikings offense headed back out. Starting at the 25. It opens up down the middle for Montgomery, who slips by 2. The ball pops out late. Couldn't tell you who's on it. It looks like it might be Panthers ball. And guess who? Cash recovers. But of course, with this being such an integral game to how the postseason goes, booth review coming in. We'll take a second look. Really can't tell, the ball starts to pop out there. It's in his hands. Knee hits, maybe this one might be reversed. And as the fourth quarter hits, indeed it is. Vikings will retake possession. We nearly caught the big play that really would have helped us out here. Already up, instead Vikings still have that opportunity. To the outside, Addison with the grab. Will be a gain of 5, leaving 2nd and 5. Which the Vikings coming out here with a heavy eye. A little bit of some play action, but the linebackers hit home. Split that sack between Hartwell and Hodgins. Now we just need to correct our problems from last drive where we kept giving things up on 3rd and long. 3rd and 12. Trips to the left-hand side, and they just have complete wide open and a whiff and another slip. Vikings headed towards the end zone. That is not what you want on 3rd and long. We gave up first downs, but that time we give up the lead. And that's just a blown call from the DC. 3rd and long, you don't have your outside corner sit in flat coverage. Should have ran man. Now it's back to our offense to try to retake the lead as Chuba Hubbard has some space. Not gonna get by the safety, but a first down on first down. Love it. For this Vikings defense being top 5 in every category, we've done a pretty good job on offense today. Need to see that on through as we have our tight end Callaway gets jumped. That was not what we needed, and this one is definitely not going to get reversed. Just a heck of a play from the Vikings top corner. We've kind of got caught on those outside throws of recent as KJ, he's looking to find some more after the catch, and he will. First down gain of about 12. And honestly, we've tried to incorporate a lot more zone coverage today, and I think that's been to a detriment. So let's try to course correct the rest of this one as Owe flies around the corner, picking up the sack back at the 44. That's the 4th sack on the day. Got to love it. If we could rack up some more as well, even better. 2nd and 17, pressure again forces the throw and knocked away by Stockton. Haven't really got to say his name much today, but 3rd and 17, let's correct our mistakes. Man coverage dialed up. Let's not give it up as Hodgins gets the pick. That's what we needed. A whole lot of sloppy play returns as the juke nearly opened it up there for the return to the 47 in plus territory. When the offense slips up, we need the defense to stand up, and they did there. Barry out here to look for a run to the left-hand side where it opens up. Will be a nice gain down inside the 35. And you've guessed it, time for the hydraulic press offense to come on in. Chuba Hubbard just down the middle by some space, which he will. Had a couple options there, had to choose right or left. He got caught, but still a gain of 9. And of course, with the hydraulic press offense running here, chewing the clock as well. Don't want to leave the Vikings with much of any time. Chuba Hubbard down the middle, though their defense, they're trying to allow some time as Wanham shaking up, wearing 47. That's just weird. Though one thing that slipped my mind up to this point is actually Wanham joined our squad after his rookie contract with the Vikings. We let him go. He returned to the Vikings. As we look for a weak side toss, Barry to the outside. Loss of 1. That seems to be more of a time waster. And that it definitely did its job as we're about 3 minutes left in this one at the 13. 2nd and 11. Chuba Hubbard back out. Ivan Pace. Beautiful play. Harrison Phillips gets involved as well. And as we're approaching the 2-minute warning here, 3rd and 12. Field goal at least would tie the game, though obviously we want more than that. To the outside, it's Boston with the hat trick touchdown catches today. He puts us back in front. What an epic battle this one has turned out to be. 2:18, Vikings offense out here trailing as they do go KJ. He's been pretty good today, racking up a lot of catches, a lot of first downs. But as they only have 2 minutes left, they're going to need a touchdown. Everyone has all of their timeouts remaining as Jerome Sweat forces the throw, but it does find Hawkinson. Gain of 5, quick tackle. And honestly, I'll take up just giving up 5. Obviously, the sack would have been better. 2nd and 5. They will look to throw. Hawkinson shy of the first down. Timeout called. 3rd and about half a yard. I would imagine they throw it here, and they do. Jerome Sweat gets the hit, but it's right back to Hawkinson. We just might need to tighten up that coverage here with Edwards. They know we're most likely running man anyway, and now the linebacker bumps into Edwards. That's not very good for us. Vikings definitely moving here. 2nd and 1 at the 41. Under a minute left. And knocked away by Newsome. Everyone can catch a breath. And honestly, that includes me as well. A tight set, though they change it, spreading it out a little bit. Still 2 to either side. Montgomery favoring the right. As they will look to throw. Getting downfield. It's a deep ball, overthrowing Samuel, who had the step. And it could all come down to this one play. 4th and 1. They have 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw, and it's to Stockton, who knocks it away from KJ. We take over, less than a minute remaining. And it nearly found KJ. Stockton about a half step too far out in front, but he makes the adjustment. Now we just need a first down to seal it here as Chuba tries to bounce it, stay in bounds. Timeout called. 41 seconds remain. 2nd and 7. We bring out the power group. Winters will get the block. Barry cuts left, and that is the game. That was a heck of a battle. Back and forth throughout, but at the end of it, our defense just made the last couple plays we needed. All in all, I mean, there's not much more you could ask for in this game. There was turnovers, there was touchdowns, there was key players, all to battle for that first round bye. And with the win, we start to move our name into that conversation. But of course, the game ball today goes to none other than Madison Boston. 5 catches, 81 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was phenomenal today. Curtis Samuel also provided a pretty good impact late on in that game for the Vikings. And indeed, it does make things very interesting in Week 18. The Cowboys are 13 and 3. The Falcons 12 and 4. Same as the Eagles, same as the Vikings. And we are here at 11 and 5. Now, unfortunately, we cannot get to 13 wins. So the Dallas Cowboys, for the most part, have pretty much sewn up their chances at being that first round bye. It's about 90%, because if they lose in the final week and one of these other teams gets the win, then they could definitely jump the Cowboys. Vikings are now fighting back for it. Eagles as well. The Falcons and ourselves will be fighting for the NFC South next time. And on top of that, it could also be for the 2nd seed. A lot is still yet undecided come the playoffs, so do not miss it. Hit the bear icon on the bottom right or scroll down, hit the sub button, and definitely tap that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. If you missed the announcement video yesterday, we're changing the format, the releases. Go watch that video. I'll link it down in the description below. But we are now switching to 3 videos per week for this series, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So the next episode, Week 18, will be out on Wednesday. Again, you'll be notified if you hit that bell icon. So go ahead and do that, and we will be back on Wednesday to decide where in the playoffs we play. Are we back-to-back NFC South champions? All comes down to Week 18, so we will see you then. Tomorrow is the state-only challenge. Still Monday through Friday, you'll have videos all again in that announcement video. So we'll see you next time with a whole lot on the line.